Wherever you are in life, there will always be toxic people, and it's easy to feel frustrated, especially when they take up all of your emotional energy. When you feel annoyed by the toxicity in your life, it's tempting to blame others and ask the world, why me? But instead of seeking pity from the cosmos, you should look into that question. Why you? How do your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors attract toxic people and keep them around the types of people you attract? Have a lot to do with who you are. That's not to say that you're doing something wrong, but you may want to examine what it is about you that is so alluring to toxic personalities. If you sometimes feel like a magnet for toxicity, here are 5 reasons why you might be and how to turn things around. 1. You're really easygoing. Being easygoing is a great trait, and it attracts people whether they're toxic or not. An easygoing person has a knack for putting others at ease in uncomfortable situations and keeping calm under pressure. If that sounds like you, others might describe you as patient, kind, or a peacekeeper. Although your relaxed personality is not a fault, your mellow nature makes you a target for toxic people. 2. You listen to and understand others. Most people work toward becoming better listeners, but good listeners often attract troubled people. You might find yourself stuck in a one-sided conversation as someone keeps emotionally dumping on you with complete disregard for your time. If you're an empathetic listener, a toxic person won't hesitate to share their negative energy with you. They might talk for hours and not once ask for your input. Thankfully, you can do things to avoid being the victim of a conversational bully or narcissistic personality. For instance, if you know what you're getting into, decide how much time you want to spend with that person before you see them. 3. You are a problem solver. Some people are fixers. They solve problems, repair broken things, and even try to fix people. Although this can be positive and even altruistic, it makes you a target for toxic people. If you're an emotional healer, you're compassionate, and you try to help others without asking for anything in return. Toxic individuals see this as an opportunity, and if you have a hard time leaving things be, you might be crossing boundaries and wreaking havoc in your relationships. The solution is to let things go. Not everything that seems broken needs fixing. 4. You're too generous. Generosity is a positive characteristic, and you shouldn't feel bad about being a giving person. Whether you offer up your time, talent, or resources to other people, you become a good role model for others. And you might attract a few toxic people too, especially if you give freely without being mindful of your boundaries. Abusive people flock to generosity like a moth to a flame. They know that you'll give them the attention and emotional energy they desire, and you might even cater to their needs at your own expense. The bad news is that the more you give in, the more their demand you give them an inch. They'll take a mile to avoid being stuffed full of resentment and bitterness. Establish and reinforce your boundaries by saying no more often. 5. You are trusting and honest with your dreams. People who are passionate and energetic tend to attract toxic people. That's because toxic individuals want to drag you down. Toxic people often give up on their dreams out of fear when they see you living life in a way that they desire and believe is impossible. They seek the satisfaction and validation of watching you fail. If you open up about your ideas and goals, they'll discourage you and break you down. Toxic people see successful and driven people as materialistic, selfish, and unrealistic, and they won't hesitate to criticize you for it. To avoid toxic people who want nothing more than to sink your ship, be intentional about who you surround yourself with. Choose to spend time with people who are like you, passionate, motivated, and positive, and moving forward. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.